My name is Gary Running, and I'm a professor in the Geography and Anthropology department. And we're going to talk about Geography 178, Conservation of the Environment. This class is set up in a format where we have 2 one-hour lectures a week with the whole class. And then once a week we break into groups, discussion sections that are capped at about 15 students. And they meet once a week. One of the things we did on the nature hike is we went straight to Little Niagara and we looked at the sign there that says that Putnam Park is a state scientific area and a state natural area. And I looked at when that was established, and it was established in 1909, and not by accident. There was a bunch of different things going on in the environmental movement at the time, in the progressive era. So we have some local manifestations of things that we were talking about on the national scale. So you can bring it home.
Putnam was a lumberman, and he owned this property, and this is old growth forest. So Putnam Park, this trail we're going to take is through old growth forest. It was never logged. That's pretty interesting. Why do you think this lumberman set aside this property? Think of the time, 1909, 1887. What was going on in the environmental movement during that time period?
A lot of environmental issues, when you see them play out in the media and in public discourse, are always about, well, why doesn't the government do something about this? Why don't corporations do this or that? I'd really kind of like them to sort of be able to develop a little personal responsibility, in the sense that consumers are part of the story here. Voters are part of the story. You can't just blame the government. You can't just blame somebody else, is the deal.
This is Little Niagara Creek, and at the time that this land was donated and then turned into a university, this was a trout stream, and it's not now. But what you're looking at is an effort to at least improve the aquatic habitat, with perhaps the goal in mind of maybe restoring what would have been the native ecology of the things.
One of the critiques about environmentalists and the environmental movement is we tend to think about, preserving wilderness and those kinds of things. Well, that's all well and good, but it gives people the idea that nature is somewhere else and that it's only natural if it's total wilderness. That's really not the case. Nature is all around us, and you kind of take it as it comes. So I wanted to, main point of the whole nature hike is that you can enjoy nature right here. In fact, you really have to enjoy nature right here, or you kind of miss the point.